Tell us about your typical day, David Nurse.
Okay. Well, this is kind of, I don't mean there's a lot of different things. I might be on a plane here and there, but we'll start with the morning routine. So the morning routine, and I'll do this on the road, do it at home. It's when I wake up, I take a cold shower, ice cold shower, first thing that I do. One, it wakes me up. And two, I'm a big believer. I did this in Pivot and Go. I did all these, these studies. I call it mental dictatorship. So for 10 years, when I was training NBA players, I bring a stopwatch. Anytime I felt like they didn't want to do the workout, because a lot of times they don't want to do the workout, I hit the stopwatch and see how long it took for them to get in the flow of, okay, like I'm good. And 17 seconds was the average time that came up. So 17 seconds until your mind can overcome what you want to do. So I go in the ice cold shower, first 17 seconds. It always sucks. I don't like it. But after that, I'm good. So then I'll make coffee while I listen to praise and worship music. Nice, relaxing, getting into that joyful state of mind, thankful state of mind. And I love coffee and just the process of making a Chemex coffee. Make the coffee. I'll have 5 minutes where I'm just sitting there and just there's no agenda on it. This is when I try to just listen, because I think that God speaks to us through these times, through these moments where we're not always on or not always busy, not always, trying to put something to paper. A lot of times my mind will wander. So I'm not saying I'm great at that, but I allocate that time. I'll have some kind of thing, a devotional that I might read. And it'll take only, like 25, 30 minutes max. Sometimes I can't get to it. Obviously, I know people who have kids are like, what do you do if you have kids? Well, you got to make do where you can. You might have to be later in the day. You can have that. The morning routine doesn't just have to be in the morning. You can also use it as a reset. I think resets are so important because once somebody starts going down their day and it's all going haywire, they just think the day's a wash. But in sports, if your first half sucks, what do? Halftime, it's a change of environment. It's a change of, everything changes. Now you can reset for the second half. So I think you can do that. Well, I know you can do that for your normal life too.
So then you enter your workday and you've allocated time. You've been intentional with your time for here's when I'm going to check text messages and emails. And then you have your phone down. You don't do it again until lunch. And then you don't do it again until dinner. Is that how it's bucketed?
Yes. In my ideal days, that's how I do it. Yes. So then I'll also have my big three. I'll set my big three at the end of the day so that I'm not wondering what do I have to get to. My big three are the three things that I want to focus on during that day. So maybe I have to, prepare a talk for the next week for a company. So that'll be one. Something I'm doing on the podcast, that'll be one. Maybe I'm writing, it's in book writing season, that'll be one. So I'll make sure that I know, hey, these are the things I want to focus on. This is my creative time. And that kind of like, for me, I'm a morning person. We have different chronotypes. Mine's morning. So I know I'm going to do my creative work in the morning, more of that's why I do email, just to check, but then more at the end of the day. And maybe there's calls with clients during the middle of the day where I don't have to be as thinking and creative, but more, coaching aspect. And then, I have the time bucket. So I try to make that's the system that I have. I'm not always great to it, but I know I have that plan in place. And that gives me a lot of confidence in it too, because I'm a big believer in discipline creates freedom. It's not you just want freedom. You want discipline because then you're able to work within those discipline systems and lines to create that kind of freedom.
So you mean by the end of your workday, you come up with your 3 priorities for the next day so that you already know where your time is going to be spent, so that then when you end your workday, you close your laptop and you're with your wife and you're doing dinner, then you can really disconnect.
Totally. Yes. And we have closing time. So my wife and I communicate on what time we're both shutting down. She's an actor and producer and writer, so she's doing her own thing. So we always communicate, what's the end of the day look like? And I mean, if you're going to talk about like one thing that's the most important in business and relationships, I know it sounds cheesy and it's like a soft skill, communication. Communication is anything but a soft skill. Like you're telling someone to have a hard conversation, communication, feedback, give feedback. Ain't nothing easy about it, but it is incredibly vital. So always make sure my wife and I that we're on the same page at the start of the week and when we're shutting down for the day. Then I'll assess my big 3. So what I set for the for the start of the day. I'll assess it at the end of the day. Okay, maybe I didn't get to everything. That's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up for it. Let's go. We'll put it on to the next day, or there's something else for the next day.